What's up, Taiwan? Good morning. I'm Erika Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. People love searching for Taiwan on Google Street View. It's among the most searched countries, according to a list released on the 15th anniversary of the service. Taiwan was the 8th most searched country, and Taipei was the 8th most searched city. Particular locations that got the most searches included Taipei 101, Taipei Main Station, and the Baisha Tun Gong Tian Temple, which is the center of one of Taiwan's biggest religious processions. Tired of COVID travel restrictions? Taiwanese are so ready to travel again. Low-cost airline Tiger Air's website crashed as people flocked to buy discounted tickets. The one-day sale offered several destinations in Asia for as little as $30. Taiwan has loosened entry restrictions in recent weeks, with the tourism industry expecting regular post-pandemic travel to be possible later this year. In 2020, when Taiwan's borders were almost completely closed, Tiger Air operated a flight to nowhere for travel-starved Taiwanese. That flight took off from Taipei and flew to the South Korean island of Jeju without landing, before returning to Taiwan. Taiwan is banning the trade in 7 species of giant clam to save them from extinction. Conservation groups listed giant clams as vulnerable species more than 20 years ago, but only parts of Taiwan have preserved them. Stash Butler reports this is part of Taiwan's ongoing marine conservation efforts.
This giant clam is known as the Rose of the Sea. Its population is shrinking worldwide because of overfishing, but here in Fushan on Taiwan's east coast, locals have made a protected area to rescue it from extinction.
每一个地方也希望可以做这一个动作啦，只是说我们这里可能就是提早发现吧。
Volunteers have been introducing new clams to the area, and almost 90% have survived. The largest has grown to 30 centimeters.
富山里面的砗磲贝的种类也其实大概有3种，一种是诺亚砗磲，一种是圆砗磲。那最近还有发现一些小型的鳞砗磲。那这个部分我们在富山的范围里面，其实都有陆续发现一些令我们意想不到的物种。
Giant clams are farmed for food, and in many parts of Asia they're seen as a delicacy. But in Taiwan, that will soon change after authorities said they'll make giant clams a protected species. That will make it illegal to trade clams for any use. Taiwan as a whole has been slow to protect giant clams from overfishing, but local efforts like these in Taidong are making sure the species is protected for the future. Chris Ma and Stash Butler for TaiwanPlus.
Scientists are using satellites to detect a significant source of greenhouse gas, the methane burped up by cows. Phil Wong has this report.
Gassy cattle may not be the first thing that comes to mind when talking about climate change, but new satellite images show that burping cows emit so much methane that it can even be detected in space. Cattle farming is a big source of methane, a greenhouse gas 25 times as good at trapping heat as carbon dioxide. Each of the world's 1.4 billion cows can burp out up to 500 liters of methane per day. That's a lot of methane. At last year's UN Climate Summit, over 100 countries agreed to a 30% cut in methane emissions by 2030.
And this is all part of our new methane strategy, which focuses on reducing the largest source of methane emissions while putting thousands of skilled workers on the job all across the United States, and I expect in your countries as well.
But methane emissions from agriculture, like methane from burping cows, is hard to measure. Environmental data firm GHGSat is helping, using a fleet of satellites to monitor methane from space. The company says its high-resolution satellites hundreds of kilometers above the Earth can measure the amount of methane produced by a cattle at a low cost. It says accurate measuring is key to setting methane reduction targets for the beef industry. The company already has 3 satellites monitoring methane emissions in space, and 2 more are on the way. The data goes to the UN's International Methane Emissions Observatory Program, giving experts there a bird's eye view of how well their campaign to cut methane emissions is going. Asnaya Chow and Phil Wayne for TaiwanPlus.
These cute Eurasian otters are from the Jingmen Islands, their last remaining wild habitat in all of Taiwan. But the Jinmen otters are facing a critical situation. Wednesday was World Otter Day, and our reporter Sandy Chi spoke with Zhang Liao Nianhong, a Taipei Zoo Assistant Research Fellow, about the threats to the animal's survival.
在台湾的话，欧亚水獭大概已经有30年没有被记录到、观察到了。以前的话，其实在一些低海拔甚至东部的一些地区，都有发现过欧亚水獭的踪迹。在这30年之内，我们就没有看过任何活的水獭的个体。在靠近福建的金门岛的话，还有一个稳定的族群在那边。那这也是目前唯一台湾我们能够看到水獭的地区。
What is its importance in nature, and why do we have to protect them?
水獭的话，在大自然里面是最顶级的掠食者，也就是说，它们的存在就代表了这个生态系有一个完整的状态。如果说一个生态系缺乏这些顶级的掠食者的话，它可能会发生一些失衡的状况，比如说一些生病的个体，它不会被淘汰掉，然后这些传染病就会传给整个族群，造成更大规模的那种死亡或者灭绝。
So what have you done for the animals so far, and what are the challenges that you have faced?
这几年的话，我们就用 DNA， 然后大规模的去监测整个金门岛上水獭的族群的状况。我们其实发现，金门岛虽然说看得到水獭数量很多，它们大部分都是年轻的个体，然后那种年纪比较大，然后是在繁殖年龄，就是可以有繁殖能力的个体，老实讲并不多。这是因为欧亚水獭它有很强烈的领域性。那这种有强烈领域性的动物来讲的话，它们会争夺地盘。也就是说，在金门岛这个不大的地方的话，其实他们可能争夺地盘的情况还蛮严重的。像我们去年就记录到，大概光是记录到有经尿个体就超过100只，然后这100只里面的话，其实超过2岁半3岁，就是它有繁殖能力的个体，大概有20-30只左右，然后其他都是年轻的个体。然后这些年轻的个体的话，我们通常追踪1-2年之后，就是说它出现1-2年之后，我们就追踪不到它了。最有可能的情况就是他们跑到别的地方去，因为他们要争地盘，他们只往外跑，并没有新的个体跑进来，他们的血缘可能就会越来越接近，然后血缘越接近的状况下，其实对整个族群长久的发展非常非常不好。所以说，在金门水獭来讲的话，我们其实还蛮担心这些事情的那个潜在的一些影响。
The Taiwanese flag has been put back into a scene in the new Top Gun sequel movie, where it features on a bomber jacket worn by leading actor Tom Cruise.
Good morning, aviators. This is your captain speaking.
In the original 1986 Top Gun film, Cruise's character Captain Maverick had 4 patches on the back of his jacket, including one showing Taiwan's flag. The flag was removed in a 2019 teaser trailer for the new film. Fans have noticed that it has reappeared in the movie. That's despite the fact that Chinese company Tencent Pictures is a co-financier of the new movie. China often reacts negatively to symbols of Taiwan in popular films. Taiwan is getting pummeled by a Plum rain front. That's the name for the annual spring East Asian rainy season. There's been heavy rainfall across much of the country over the past 2 days. The Weather Bureau has issued rain warnings with special caution for mountainous areas which are prone to landslides. Wednesday morning rains turned the roads in the southern city of Kaohsiung into rivers, and relief might not come for a few days. The Weather Bureau is predicting the rainfall will continue into the weekend. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, today, we leave you with images of monarch butterflies traveling south as many as 4,500 kilometers from Canada and the United States to hunker down in warmer Mexico. I'm Erika Liu. Take care and see you next time.